Daniel Brooks lived alone in a small cabin deep in the woods. The place was quiet, far from any town. He was a retired mechanic, tall and strong, with gray hair and kind blue eyes. He spent his days fixing old machines and walking with his dog, Rex. Rex was a big German shepherd mix, black and tan, with sharp ears and a deep bark. He guarded the cabin like it was his own kingdom. One cold evening in late autumn, the sky lit up with a bright streak. Something fell fast and hit the trees not far from the cabin. The ground shook a little. Birds flew away in fear. Daniel stepped outside onto the porch. Rex was already there, nose in the air, ears forward. A low rumble came from the dog's throat, not angry yet, just alert. "What was that, boy?" Daniel said softly. He grabbed a flashlight and his heavy coat. Yet Rex stayed close as they walked into the dark woods. The beam of light cut through the shadows. Soon they found it, a strange ship, small and silver, half buried in dirt and broken branches. Smoke rose from cracks in its side. Metal pieces lay scattered like broken toys. Daniel moved closer, careful. The ship looked alien, not from Earth. No wings, no wheels, just smooth curves and glowing blue lines that were fading now. He heard a small sound, like a whimper. Rex's ears twitched. The dog went forward slowly, sniffing the ground. Behind a thick bush, two small shapes hid. They were children, but not human. Their bodies had soft gray fur. Big golden eyes stared out, wide with fear. Small pointed ears flattened against their heads. Tails curled tight around their legs. They looked like cat cubs that could stand on two legs, and about the size of 5-year-old kids. One held the other close. Their clothes were torn, silver suits with strange patterns. Daniel stopped. He raised his hands to show he meant no harm. "Hey there," he said in a calm voice. "You okay? Are you hurt?" The two cubs pressed closer together. The bigger one, a girl with slightly longer fur on her ears, whispered something in a strange language. Then she tried English, slow and broken. "Our Mama, still on the ship." The smaller one, a boy, repeated it like a prayer. "Our mama is still on the ship." Daniel felt his heart squeeze. They were scared, cold, and alone. He looked at the wrecked ship. The main door was bent shut. No movement inside. Smoke still came out, thin but steady. "Come on," Daniel said gently. "It's not safe here. Come with me to the cabin. Warm food. A safe place." The cubs looked at each other. The girl one, Lyra, nodded first. The boy, Cale, followed her lead. They stood up on shaky legs. Rex watched them, head tilted. He did not growl. Instead, he wagged his tail once, slow, like he was deciding they were okay. Daniel led the way back. The cubs walked close behind him. Their small feet made almost no sound on the leaves. Rex stayed between them and the dark woods like a shield. Every few steps, Lyra and Cale glanced back at the ship. Their golden eyes shone wet in the flashlight beam. At the cabin, Daniel opened the door. Warm light spilled out from the fireplace. The smell of wood smoke and coffee filled the air. He pointed to the rug near the fire. "Sit there. Get warm." Lyra and Kyle hesitated at the door. Rex sat down right in the middle of the doorway, so blocking the exit a little. He looked at the cubs with calm eyes. Not mean, just firm. "Stay," his body said. Daniel noticed. "It's okay, Rex. They're friends." He patted the dog's head. Rex huffed once and moved aside just enough for the cubs to slip in. They went straight to the fire. Lyra sat cross-legged. Cale curled up next to her, tail wrapped around his knees. Their fur puffed up from the heat. They looked so small against the big stone hearth. Daniel went to the kitchen. He warmed milk in a pan and poured it into 2 bowls. He added some honey. Then he cut soft bread and put cheese on a plate. Simple food, but warm. He brought it over. "Here, drink slow." Lyra took a bowl first. She sniffed, then lapped a little. Her eyes closed in relief. Kyle did the same. They drank fast after the first taste. Daniel sat in his old chair, watching. Rex lay down near them, chin on paws, eyes never leaving the small strangers. After a while, Lyra looked up. "Thank you," she said. Her voice was soft like wind through leaves. "We crash. Mama hurt. Door not open. We run. Hide." Daniel leaned forward. "Your mama is still in there?" Both cubs nodded. "She say stay safe. We try go back, but—" Lyra's voice broke. "Big noise. Fire. We scared." Kyle whispered again. "Our mama is still on the ship." Daniel rubbed his chin. He looked out the window. The woods were black now. Stars showed above the trees. The ship was out there, maybe dangerous. Radiation, fire, sharp metal. He did not know. Going back at night was foolish. "Tomorrow," he said. "First light, we go look, together. But tonight you stay here, safe, warm." Lyra's ears drooped. She wanted to argue, but she was tired. Kyle already leaned against his sister, eyes half closed. Daniel got blankets from the closet, thick wool ones. He made a nest on the rug. The cubs crawled in without a word. They curled up tight, tails over noses. Soon soft purrs came from them like tiny engines. Rex moved closer. He lay down like a wall around the nest. His big body blocked the way to the door. If the cubs tried to leave in the night, they would have to climb over him. He did not sleep. His eyes stayed open, watching the firelight dance on the walls. Daniel sat by the window a long time. He thought about the ship, about the mother trapped inside, about these two small lives now in his home. He had lived alone for years after his wife passed. The quiet suited him, but now the cabin felt different, fuller, alive. He looked at Rex, and the dog met his gaze, steady and sure. Daniel smiled a little. "You got this under control, huh?" Rex thumped his tail once on the floor. Outside, wind moved through the trees. Somewhere in the dark, the broken ship waited. Inside, two cubs slept safe for the first time in days. Their soft whispers had stopped. For now, the guard dog stood in their way, not to trap them, but to keep them from danger. Daniel turned off the lamp. The fire glowed low. He pulled his chair closer to the rug and settled in to watch over them all night. The stars turned slow above the cabin. A new kind of family had started, small and strange, but real. The morning light came slow through the cabin windows. Daniel woke in his chair, neck stiff from the night watch. The fire had burned low, just red coals now. He looked at the rug. Lyra and Kale still slept in their blanket nest. Their small chests rose and fell together, soft purrs mixed with Rex's steady breathing. The big dog lay curled around them like a living fence. Daniel stood quietly. He added wood to the fire. Flames caught quick and warm. The smell of burning pine filled the room. Rex opened one eye, then both. He stretched long, paws out front, then sat up. His gaze went straight to the cubs. They were safe. Good. Lyra stirred first. Her golden eyes blinked open. She looked around, confused for a second. Then she saw Daniel and relaxed. Kyle woke next. He rubbed his face with small paws and yawned wide, showing tiny, sharp teeth. "Good morning," Daniel said. His voice was low and kind. "Hungry?" Both cubs nodded fast. Their tails flicked with hope. Daniel went to the kitchen, and he cracked eggs into a pan, added butter, scrambled them soft. He toasted bread and spread jam on thick slices. For the cubs, he warmed more milk and poured it into bowls. He set everything on the low table near the rug. Lyra and Kyle sat up straight. They ate careful at first, sniffing each bite. Then faster. Eggs disappeared quick. Bread followed. Milk bowls emptied with happy laps. Rex watched from his spot. His tail thumped once when Kyle licked jam from his whiskers. After breakfast, Daniel cleared the plates. He sat on the floor near them. "Tell me more about your mama," he said. "What happened?" Lyra looked at Kyle. He nodded. She spoke slow. Mama is Avery. She is scientist. Our ship. We run from bad ships. They chase. Mama say Earth is safe. No war here. We come fast, then crash. Big rock hit us. Mama in back part. Door close tight. She say go, hide. We try, but fire come. Kyle added in a small voice. She hurt. Leg not move. We hear her call. Then quiet. Daniel felt heavy in his chest. How long ago? 2 days, Lyra said. We wait. Then we see light, your light. We hide more. But you find us. Daniel rubbed his hands together. We need to get her out. But the ship looks bad. Smoke. Maybe more fire. Maybe bad air. We go careful. The cubs' ears perked up. Hope lit their eyes. But not yet, Daniel said. I need tools, rope, flashlight, maybe cut metal, and I need to check if it's safe. Lyra's tail drooped. We want go now. I know, Daniel said, but rushing gets people hurt, or cubs hurt. Your mama wants you safe first. Kyle looked at Rex. The dog met his gaze. Kyle reached out slow and touched Rex's big paw. Rex did not pull away. He let the small hand rest there. Lyra tried to stand. We go now, please. She took one step toward the door. Rex was up in a flash. He moved smooth and quick for such a big dog. He planted himself in the doorway, legs wide, head low. Not growling loud, just a deep rumble in his chest. His eyes said, stay. Lyra stopped. Her ears flattened. Why he stop us? Daniel sighed. Rex knows things. He smells danger, hears things we miss. He guards, always has. Now he guards you too. Kale sat back down. He big, strong, like Mama say pack animals are. Daniel smiled a little. Yeah, Rex thinks you're pack now. The cubs looked at each other. Lyra sat again. She hugged her knees. We wait, but not long. Daniel nodded. Not long. He spent the morning working. He pulled out his toolbox, checked ropes. Sharpened a heavy knife, found his big flashlight and extra batteries. He called Laura Hayes on the old landline. Laura was the vet in town. She had fixed Rex once when he got cut on wire. She knew animals. She knew calm. Laura, it's Daniel. Got a strange one. Need your help. Can you come out? Laura laughed soft on the phone. Strange how? Can't say on the line, just come. Bring your kit. And maybe oxygen mask if you got one. She paused. You okay? Yeah, just come. She said she would be there by afternoon. While he waited, Daniel watched the cubs. They explored the cabin slow. Lyra touched books on the shelf. Kyle found an old ball of yarn. He batted it gentle. Rex followed them everywhere. When Lyra climbed on a chair to look out the window, Rex stood under her like a step stool. When Kale chased the yarn too fast and almost hit the table, Rex nudged him back soft with his nose. The cubs started to relax. Lyra scratched behind Rex's ears. The dog closed his eyes and leaned in. A low, happy rumble came from his throat. Kale laughed, a small, bell-like sound. He copied Lyra. Soon both cubs were petting Rex. The big dog lay down flat on his side. He let them climb over him careful. Their small claws caught in his fur but did not hurt. Rex just sighed content. Daniel watched from the kitchen. Something warm grew in him. The cabin had been quiet too long. Now it had life. Small purrs, dog sighs, little laughs. Afternoon came. Laura's truck rolled up the dirt road. She stepped out, tall with short brown hair and a green coat. She carried a black bag. She saw Daniel on the porch and waved. Inside, she stopped dead. And her eyes went wide at the two gray-furred cubs sitting by the fire. Rex sat beside them, tail slow wag. What in the world? Laura whispered. Daniel closed the door. Laura, meet Lyra and Kale, kids from space. Their ship crashed. Mama's still trapped. We need to get her. Laura blinked slow. Then she smiled big. Well, hello there. Lyra waved shy. Kyle hid half behind Rex. Laura knelt down. You okay? Hurt? Both shook heads. Good, she said. She looked at Daniel. Tell me everything. He did. The crash, the cubs, the trapped mother, the ship. Laura nodded. We go at dusk. Light's still good, but not full dark. I brought masks, gloves, first aid. If she's hurt bad, we move slow. The cubs listened close. Their tails flicked fast. But Rex comes too, Daniel said. He won't let them go without him. Laura looked at the dog. Rex met her eyes steady. Yeah, she said. He looks like he means it. As the sun dropped lower, Daniel packed a bag. Tools, water, blankets. Laura checked her kit. The cubs stayed near Rex. They whispered to each other in their own tongue. Sometimes they said the same words in English. Our mama is still on the ship. Rex stayed in the doorway when they tried to peek outside. Not mean, just firm. Stay safe, his body said. Daniel looked at the clock. Almost time. He felt the weight of it all. A mother waiting, 2 scared kids, a loyal dog, a friend who came without many questions, and him in the middle. He knelt by the cubs. Soon, he said. We get her. Promise. Lyra touched his hand. Small, warm, furry. Thank you, Daniel. Kyle nodded. Safe human. Rex thumped his tail hard on the floor. Outside, the woods waited. Now the wrecked ship waited. Night was coming slow. But inside the cabin, trust was growing fast. The sun dipped low behind the trees. Long shadows stretched across the cabin floor. Daniel stood by the window watching the light turn orange and gold. His bag sat ready near the door. Tools, ropes, flashlight, water, and a thick blanket folded tight. Laura checked her vet kit one last time. She had bandages, pain medicine, a small oxygen tank, and masks for bad air. The cubs sat close to the fire. Their golden eyes followed every move. Rex lay in the doorway. His big body blocked half the exit. He watched the cubs with calm, steady eyes. Lyra stood up first. Her tail flicked fast. Now? She asked. Her voice shook a little. Daniel nodded. Now. But we go slow. Listen to Rex. Listen to me. Kale jumped up. He grabbed Lyra's paw. Mama close. Ah, we feel her. Laura smiled soft. Let's bring her home. They stepped outside. Cool air hit their faces. The woods smelled of pine and wet earth. Daniel led the way with the flashlight on low. Laura walked beside him. The cubs stayed between them. Rex brought up the rear. His paws made no sound on the leaves. Every few steps he sniffed the air. His ears turned like radar. The path to the crash site was short but rough. Broken branches lay everywhere. The ground dipped and rose. Lyra and Kale moved quick on their small feet. They wanted to run ahead. Each time they tried, Rex stepped in front. Not rough, just firm. He blocked the path with his wide chest. A low huff came from his throat. Stay close. Lyra stopped once. She looked back at Rex. Why always stop? Daniel answered quiet. He smells trouble. Hears things. Trusts his nose more than eyes. If he says wait, we wait. Kale touched Rex's side. Good guard, dog. Rex's tail moved once. Slow wag. They reached the clearing. The ship sat dark and quiet. Smoke no longer rose. The silver hull looked cold now. One side was crushed against a big rock. Blue lines on the metal were dead. No glow. The main door hung bent. A small gap showed at the bottom. Too small for Daniel or Laura, but maybe for cubs. Lyra pointed. There, we came out there. Daniel shone the light inside. Dark corridors, twisted wires, no movement. He listened. Nothing but wind in the trees. We need to find the engineering part, Daniel said. Where your mama was. Kale nodded. Back, deep, past big room. Laura pulled out a mask. Put these on if air smells bad. Daniel, you first. I follow. Kids behind me. Rex last. They moved to the gap. Daniel went down on his knees. He pushed metal aside careful. Sharp edges scraped his gloves. He crawled in. The air inside was thick, smelled like burnt plastic and hot metal. Not poison yet. He called back. "Clear so far." Laura followed, then the cubs. They slipped through easy. Their fur brushed the sides. Rex tried next. His shoulders were too wide. He pushed. Metal groaned. He backed out, sat outside, watched the gap with worried eyes. A soft whine came from him. Lyra looked back. "Rex stay?" Daniel said. "He guards the door, keeps it open for us." Rex lay down right in front of the gap. His body blocked wind and animals. His eyes never left the dark inside. They moved deeper. Flashlights cut yellow beams through dust. The floor tilted. Walls had cracks. Small lights blinked weak on panels. Laura pointed. "That way. Engineering should be there." They passed a big room. Chairs lay tipped over. Screens cracked. Papers, strange writing, floated slow in low air. Lyra stopped. She picked up a small toy, a soft ball with bells. Her ears drooped. "Kyle, play with this." Kyle took it, held it tight. They kept going. The air grew warmer. A low hum came from somewhere. Not good. Daniel felt sweat on his back. Then they heard it, a faint sound, weak, like a moan. Lyra's ears shot up. "Mama!" She ran forward. Kyle behind her. Daniel and Laura hurried to keep up. They reached a sealed door. Heavy metal, red light blinked above it. Locked. A small window showed inside. Avery lay on the floor, gray fur matted with blood. One leg bent wrong. She breathed slow, eyes half open. Lyra pressed pause to the window. "Mama!" Avery lifted her head. Her eyes found her children, a weak smile. "Lyra, Kyle, safe." Daniel tried the door. Locked tight. He pulled out his heavy knife, pried at the edge. Metal screamed. No give. Laura looked at the panel beside the door. Strange buttons, lights. "Emergency release, maybe?" Daniel shook his head. "Don't know symbols. Could make worse." Lyra cried, soft. "Open, please." Kyle whispered, "Our mama is still on the ship." Daniel looked around. Found a small hatch low on the wall. Maintenance door. Small. He kicked it. Once, twice. It popped open. Wires and pipes inside. Tight space. "I can crawl through," Daniel said. "Get to the other side. Open from there." Laura grabbed his arm. "Dangerous. Pipes hot, sharp." "No choice." He took off his coat. Handed it to Laura. "If I yell, pull me back." He squeezed into the hatch. Dark. Hot. Metal pressed his shoulders. He crawled slow. Sweat stung his eyes. Pipes burned his arms even through shirt. He pushed on. Behind him, the cubs waited. Rex's whine came through the gap outside, long and worried. Daniel reached the other side. Another small door. He pushed. It opened into the room. He fell out, rolled to his feet. Avery looked up. Shock on her face. "Human." Daniel knelt beside her. "I'm Daniel. Your kids are safe. We're getting you out." He checked her leg. Broken, bad cut, bleeding slow. He tore cloth from his shirt, tied it tight. "Can you move?" She nodded, weak. "With help." He lifted her, careful. She was light, tall but thin, fur soft. She leaned on him. They moved to the door. Daniel hit the inside release. It hissed open. Lyra and Kale ran in. Oh, they hugged their mama tight, purring loud through tears. Laura helped. "Let's go. Ship not stable." They moved back, slow. Avery limped. Daniel held her up. Laura carried the kid's toy ball. At the main gap, Rex waited. He stood when he saw them. Tail wagged hard. He sniffed Avery gentle, then licked her paw once, like welcome. Avery looked at him, then at Daniel. "Your guard dog? He stood in their way?" Daniel smiled, tired. "To keep them safe. Now he lets us all through." They stepped out into night air. Stars bright above. The ship behind them creaked once, then quiet. Avery looked at her children, at Rex, at Daniel and Laura. "Thank you," she whispered. "You pack." Daniel helped her to the ground. Laura wrapped a blanket around her. The cubs curled close. Rex lay down beside them all, his big body a shield again. But now for 4. The woods were still, wind soft. A new family sat under the stars. Small, strange, but together. Daniel looked up. "We get you warm, food, rest." Avery nodded. Her eyes shone. "Yes, home." And Rex thumped his tail. Once, slow, satisfied. The night air felt cold after the hot metal of the ship. Stars shone bright above the trees. Daniel supported Avery as they walked slow back to the cabin. Her broken leg dragged a little with each step. Laura carried the small oxygen mask close to Avery's face. The mask helped her breathe easier. Lyra and Kale walked on either side of their mother. They held her paws tight. Their tails touched the ground, but their eyes glowed with joy. Rex padded close behind. His big body stayed near Avery now, too. He sniffed her every few steps. Then he looked forward again. Guarding the whole group. Avery spoke soft. "I thought I would not see them again. The door would not open. Air ran low. I heard them call. Then nothing." Lyra pressed closer. "We waited. Daniel found us. Rex kept us safe." Avery looked down at the big dog. Rex met her gaze. His ears flicked forward. She reached out slow. Her fingers touched his head. Rex leaned in. A low rumble came from his throat. Not a growl, a happy sound. Avery smiled weak. "He is like a guardian from old stories," Daniel said. "He's just Rex, does what needs doing." They reached the cabin. Warm light spilled from the windows. Daniel opened the door wide. Rex went in first. He checked the room quick, nose low, tail up. Then he sat by the rug, safe. Laura helped Avery to the big chair near the fire. Daniel brought pillows, propped her leg up. Laura opened her vet kit. She cleaned the cut on Avery's leg, put medicine on it, wrapped it tight with clean bandages. Avery watched everything. Her golden eyes followed Laura's hands. "You are healer?" Avery asked. Laura nodded. "For animals mostly, but legs are legs. Bones break the same." Avery looked at her children. They sat on the rug now, close to her chair. Kyle held the bell ball. He rolled it gentle between his paws. Lyra leaned her head on Avery's good knee, purring soft. Daniel went to the kitchen. He heated soup, chicken, and vegetables. Simple, warm. He poured 4 bowls, one small for each cub, one bigger for Avery. He added bread on the side, brought it over on a tray. Avery took the bowl. She sniffed, then sipped slow. Her face changed. This, good, warm inside. The cubs ate fast, happy laps and small bites. Rex sat close. Daniel gave him a piece of chicken. Rex took it gentle from his hand. After food, Avery spoke more, her voice stronger now. "Our ship fled war, far systems. Enemies want our tech. We ran to Earth, thought no one here would chase. Then storm hit, engines failed. Crash." Daniel sat on the floor near them. "You're safe now. No one chases here." Avery looked at him long. "You took in strangers, small ones, not your kind. Why?" Daniel shrugged. "They were scared, cold, alone, could not leave them." Lyra looked up. "He gave milk, blankets, scratched ears, like Mama does," Kyle added. "Rex big, but soft. Let us climb." Avery's eyes went soft. "My people, we bond slow. Family first, others stay far. But you opened door, gave home, no questions." Laura smiled. "That's humans. We see someone small and hurt. We help." "Be pack thing." Avery nodded slow. "Pack, yes. Rex showed it first. He stood in way, not to trap, to protect. Then he let us pass when time right." Rex thumped his tail on the floor. Once, hard. Daniel rubbed the dog's ears. He knew, always knows. Night grew deep. Laura checked Avery's leg again. "Swelling down. Rest now. Tomorrow we call help, quiet help. People we trust. Fix ship beacon. Send signal home if you want. Avery looked at her children, then at the cabin walls. Warm fire, soft rugs, Rex lying like a big pillow. Home, she said quiet. I think maybe stay little while. Learn. Lyra's ears perked. Stay here? Kale bounced once. With Daniel? With Rex? Avery touched their heads. If Daniel allows, we cause no trouble. Study humans. Your pack bond. It's strong. Different. Good. Daniel looked surprised. And then he smiled big. Cabin's big enough. Stay as long as you need. Laura stood. I'll come back tomorrow. Bring more supplies, food, medicine, and maybe toys for these two. She patted Lyra's head. Kale hugged her leg quick. Laura laughed soft. You're welcome anytime. She left. Truck lights faded down the road. Inside, quiet came. Good quiet. Avery leaned back, eyes half closed. The cubs curled up near her, one on each side. Their purrs filled the room, like music. Rex moved close. He lay across Avery's feet, heavy, warm. She put one hand on his back, felt his steady breath. Daniel sat in his chair, watched them all. The fire popped low, shadows danced on walls. Avery spoke soft. Daniel, thank you. For all. He shook his head. No need. Glad you're here, all of you. Lyra whispered, safe human. Kale echoed, so safe. Avery looked at Rex, and safe guardian. Rex huffed once, content. They slept soon, Avery in the chair, blanket over her, cubs in their nest on rug. Rex stretched long beside them. His head rested near Kale's small paw. Daniel stayed awake longer. He looked out window. Stars still bright, woods dark and calm. No more crashes, no more chases. Just family now. Strange family, but real. He thought about tomorrow. Repairs, calls. Maybe more people coming. Quiet ones. Trustworthy. But for tonight, the cabin held them all. Safe. He added one more log to fire. Sat back, listened to purrs and soft dog snores. The guard dog had stood in their way once, to keep danger out. Now he lay with them, part of the circle. Daniel closed his eyes. For first time in years, the cabin felt full, warm, alive. Morning would come. With it, new plans, new bonds. But right now, under one roof, a mother rested with her cubs. A dog guarded them all. And a human watched over the strange, beautiful pack he never expected. The fire burned low, soft glow on gray fur, on black and tan fur, on human hands folded quiet, all safe, all together. Days passed slow and gentle in the cabin. Sun came up bright each morning. It shone through the windows onto the rug where Lyra and Kale played. Avery sat in the big chair most of the time. Her leg healed bit by bit. The bandage grew thinner. She could stand now with help from a stick Daniel cut from a strong branch. Laura came every few days. She checked the leg, brought fresh food, sometimes toys, a soft ball, a string with feathers. The cubs loved them. Rex stayed close always. When Lyra and Kale ran outside to chase leaves, Rex followed. He let them climb on his back. They giggled when he walked slow with them up high. Their small claws held tight to his thick fur. He never snapped, never pushed them off, just walked careful, like they were his own pups. Daniel watched from the porch. He fixed things around the cabin, a loose board, a leaky roof spot, but mostly he watched the new family grow. Avery learned words faster now. She spoke clear English. She asked questions all the time. Why do humans help strangers? She asked one evening by the fire. Daniel thought. We feel it here. He touched his chest. When we see small ones scared or hurt, we want to fix it, keep them safe. Avery nodded. My people think first of blood family, then clan, then maybe others. But you took us in fast. No test. No, wait. Kale looked up from the floor where he rolled the bell ball. Daniel is pack leader. Rex is guard. We are cubs. You, Mama. Avery smiled big. Her sharp teeth showed gentle. Yes. Pack. Lyra sat next to Rex. She scratched under his chin. Rex closed his eyes. His tail swept the floor slow. Rex likes us, she said. He lets us sleep on him now. It was true. At night, the cubs curled against Rex's warm side, one on each flank, their purrs mixed with his deep breaths. Avery slept in the extra room Daniel made ready, blanket soft, pillow full. She said it felt strange at first, too open, too quiet. But now she liked the sounds. Fire crackle, dog snores, cub dreams. One afternoon, Laura brought news. I talked to a friend, quiet man, knows ships, tech. He can help fix your beacon. You send signal if you want to go home. Avery looked at her children. They played tug with an old sock. Rex held one end gentle in his teeth. They pulled and laughed, tails high. I think, Avery said slow, we stay, for now. Learn more, see more, the war far away. Here safe, here good. Daniel felt warm inside. Cabin yours too, as long as you want. Laura smiled. I'll tell him no rush. Maybe later, when you're ready. Days turned to weeks. Winter came soft. Snow fell light on the trees. The woods turned white and quiet. Inside, the cabin stayed warm. Daniel taught the cubs simple games. Checkers on an old board. They learned fast. Lyra won most times. Kale liked building towers with wood blocks. Avery watched and learned human ways. She told stories of her world, stars with many colors, cities and trees, ships that danced between moons. Rex grew even closer. He slept with his head on Avery's good foot sometimes. When she petted him, she spoke soft in her own tongue, words that sounded like songs. Rex listened, ears up, like he understood. One clear night, snow stopped. Stars filled the sky. Daniel opened the door. Cold air rushed in fresh. Everyone stepped outside. Avery leaned on her stick. Cubs ran ahead. They made small snowballs, threw them soft at Rex. He jumped, caught one in his mouth, shook his head. Snow flew everywhere. The cubs laughed loud. Their breath made white clouds. Avery stood still. She looked up. Your sky. So many stars. But no war lights. No ships chasing. Just quiet. Daniel stood beside her. Quiet is good sometimes. She turned to him. You lived alone long, before us. He nodded. After my wife gone, years. Rex kept me company. But it was empty. Now, not empty. Avery touched his arm light, fur warm on his sleeve. You gave us home. We give you family. Fair trade. Lyra ran back, grabbed Daniel's hand. Come, make snow person. Kale pulled Avery's paw. Big one, tall. They worked together. Daniel rolled big ball for body. Avery shaped head with careful paws. Cubs added sticks for arms. Rex sat and watched. Then he lay down. Let them put a scarf around his neck, made from an old rag. He looked silly, big dog with red cloth. But his tail wagged hard. They stepped back, looked at their work. A tall snow figure, with stone eyes, twig smile, and Rex beside it, guarding. Avery laughed. Clear sound, first big laugh since Crash. This human thing, make shapes from cold, play, happy. Daniel smiled. Yeah, we do that. Back inside, fire roared high. They drank hot milk with honey. Cubs yawned big, eyes heavy. Avery carried them to rug one by one, tucked blankets, kissed furry heads. Rex lay down. Wall around them again, but soft wall now. Loving wall. Avery sat near Daniel. I send message soon. To my people. Say we safe. Say we stay. Study humans. Pack bond. How you love fast. Protect fast. Even strangers. Daniel nodded. Good. Tell them we not weak. Just different strong. She looked at him long. Not weak at all. Strong in heart. That why Cubs called you safe human first. Why Rex trusts you. Why I trust you. Quiet fell. Good quiet. Fire popped. Rex snored low. Cubs purred in sleep. Daniel spoke soft. I never thought... Family like this. Cat people, space mama, guard dog, me, but it fits. Avery smiled. It fits perfect. Outside snow fell again, soft, slow. Covered world in white peace. Inside cabin light glowed warm, on gray fur, on black and tan fur, on human faces calm and happy. No more whispers of, our mama is still on the ship. No more fear, no more running, just purrs, snores, crackle of fire, and deep steady breaths of a pack complete. The guard dog had stood in their way once, to save them from hurt. Now he lay with them, part of the heart, and the humans, simple, strong, loyal, proved once more why the stars might one day look to Earth and say quiet. These ones are different. These ones care fierce. These ones build family from broken ships and scared hearts. And in that building, they shine brighter than any star.